What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today, I'm going to be fixing this Quest controller.
Right, so the first thing you want to do is make sure you take off the battery cover and take the battery out, and then click this button here a few dozen times. Now, I've already opened mine up a few times, you haven't. You will need something like a screwdriver to pry under here and be able to take this black thing off. I'm just going to have to do it right now, but just make sure you pry all the way around. So do it from under here and then circle all the way around here. Now you have an easier job because mine is bent because it's Quest 3, yours is flat, so yours should be easier. Now you need to take off the actual contact cleaner, which is this black part underneath the actual physical joystick that you can see. Now I have to drop my camera to do this, but it's the same process. You just have to get your fingers here and pull, and then if that doesn't work, maybe try rotating it around whilst pulling. You will not break the contact cleaner, but don't give it too much force, otherwise you might. I'm going to do that very quickly. Right, so the contact cleaner is actually off. They are the exact same ones, except for mine goes in a bit differently, because mine actually goes inside of there too. Now we are left with this beautiful thing here. Now you want to have a look inside of your actual joystick. It's not the spring that's the problem. The spring is how your touch controllers work. It actually works is you see that white thing inside? I don't know if it's white for you, but that's the actual joystick. We want to get some WD-40 circuit cleaner or just any electrical cleaner in general, and they tend to work. Make sure when you are using it, by the way, you have this red straw on it to allow you to actually arrow it down in there. If you don't, you will get your entire controller covered in the stuff. Now we want to aim this behind the spring, and we want to get it just as close as we possibly can. Right, so you want to have a look. And we want to spray it just down that hole there. And we just want to give it a few. Make sure we get it inside of that hole. And now, get your thumb and just rotate it around. And then repeat that process a few times, depending on how bad it is. Stick drift usually happens, not due to corrosion of the actual metal inside, but because debris build up, and that's the biggest thing for the Quest controllers. The joystick is insanely durable. The only downside about it is the fact that it picks up dirt like crazy, because you're always using the sweat, and the sweat builds up. After you've done that, you could, in here, there's a little hole. I recommend it heavily. Put some more contact cleaner in there, and then just find how your controller joystick goes back on, angle it, and push it back in. And then do the same process of rotating it, and anytime your controller gets a bit buffy or such, you know exactly what to do. And then you get your good old surface, and you put it back on, put it properly back on. Listen for the click. If it doesn't click, then I don't know, it's a bit weird. Make sure you put your battery back in. Now, that shouldn't have damaged your controller, and you'll know if you haven't, because similar to mine, yours will also have this light. Click that button, your light comes on. You're welcome. Go do that with your controller. Circuit cleaner is only £15.